Okay, awesome.
Last week, I had the pleasure of being introduced to a gentleman, probably one of the most brilliant people that I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
This guy worked for Hughes Aircraft, and he was a pilot that flew Special Forces missions and helped create the stealth helicopter. He was a pilot for American Airlines. In 92, he was standing at his driveway, and the car came around the corner and obliterated him, broke the bones on half his body. He's got titanium face and all sorts of stuff. He had suffered a traumatic brain injury. He was so brilliant that he was able to come up with training protocols for the president of American Airlines, but he couldn't know his own name. He's learned how to rehabilitate himself. And he told me, he goes, the whole medical society has no clue how to treat a traumatic brain injury. I went to his house and had a meeting with him. And I swear to God, I thought I was talking to a guy who maybe had a traumatic brain injury and was making all this stuff up. There's no way you could have done all these things. But he didn't play the piano, but he decided that he was going to build a piano. So he bought an old player piano. He had to take it apart, and he learned how to rebuild all these things. But the brain doesn't know the difference between a traumatic brain injury and an emotional trauma. It affects it the same way. And the protocol is exactly about gratitudes and doing all these little things. He goes, you have to be patient with yourself.
Well, what's interesting to double click on the emotional component, one of the breakthroughs I had recently was resentment. What's on the other side of resentment? Gratitude.
Yes.
So when we have this, I wish this didn't happen, and I'm resentful for this experience, whether it's an automobile accident or a disease, or it's an experience with another person that you're resenting that person.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, and that was the first thing you said to me, this was a blessing, this terrible thing that happened to me. And so it's universal. This is a ubiquitous realization, no matter what kind of thing that you're looking at, is this particular trauma that occurred, whether it was a deeply physical trauma that still hasn't resolved itself and that is being worked on to find release and resolve it and move beyond it. There's so many layers there of gratitude and different ways you can approach the gratitude, and that you can work with being grateful and pulling it up. So that's an interesting experience, because I really think it's more of a feeling in the body.
Yeah.